I love the pace of New York, the energy, the drive. I'm a lifelong New York resident, born in Brooklyn. I'm a lawyer by education, chose instead to work for John Lindsay, who had just gotten elected 54 years ago.
I certainly was aware of his accomplishments as deputy mayor of New York. I really saw how much Jay loved New York and how much he was really such a giving, really wonderful person.
Finally, building out the West Side is something we've all been working on for 19 years.
He knows how to get things done, and people really respect him.
Watching Jay in action is always pretty amazing. For me personally, he's just a great teacher, mentor.
I love a Gershwin too. Our work is in the field of happiness, and we've traveled to over 70 countries, interviewing people who thrive regardless of circumstance. As a result of that research, we did find that there were these 9 universal behaviors. Some of it is.
So it gives names to things that people may do naturally. For instance, appreciation or giving. It helps create structure around the things that make people happiest. So people walk out of these sessions tapping their toes. If they don't, we failed.
I'm a medical doctor and scientist.
My family has been in shipping business for many years. I learned of NYSCF through my wife, Karen.
When I joined the board 10 years ago, there were only 4 scientists. Now we have 90 people altogether. We collaborate all over the world with more than 100 institutions.
I could not help but be remarkably impressed by the breadth and the effectiveness and the forward-looking technology that's being developed there.
I found out that I had melanoma really only 5 months ago. It has some basic treatments through immunotherapy drugs. I was pretty stunned when it turned out they weren't having any impact. This is most difficult for my wife and my kids. Paul Chapman, who's my doctor, who's been phenomenal to me, right away put me on a second treatment. But after this, there really isn't anything that's proven. And Susan was the one searching for new ideas, and one of them was called an organoid. And basically recreating my cancer in a petri dish. There is a fabulous partnership between Susan's people and Dr. Chapman at MSK. They've all now gone through a list of 200 drugs. They've come up with 90 combinations that he wants tested. And so instead of my having to go through 90 different tests, which I don't think I have long enough to do that, it's all being done in the lab, and hopefully they're going to come out and say, maybe these 4 or 5 seem to have an impact on your particular cancer.
We were at a conference where Susan was speaking. We both looked at each other and said, this is so important. This is the future right here. We have to figure out how to help. We had this incredible opportunity to work with the entire staff here.
We're constantly saying, how can we make your next day or 2 days or a week better?
What the foundation does and can do as a catalyst far outstrips its size.
NYSCF is a remarkable way to leverage your contribution. I don't think there's one of us here that hasn't been affected by what NYSCF is looking at.
I just so much admire the research. I am very excited by the science at NYSCF and the fantastic breakthroughs.
When we come in this building, we can feel the dedication and the motivation and the drive to really make it happen.
I think it's science that will free us, give us a better life.
For me, it's incredibly exciting because otherwise, I think we really wouldn't quite know where to turn.